expedition. And when I say we, I mean we. Say hello.
Hello.
We are headed to the Stitch Ditch for Market Day. Yay!
Yay!
He's excited. No, he's not. Anyway, I'm going to take you along for a little ride. You will not get to see the ride because it's on the freeway and that's dangerous and I don't have a tripod. Anyway. So, hello, my Flosstube friends. Let's go on a Market Day excursion. See you soon. We're here! Yay! I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see where we are. Woohoo! 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 It's Market Day. Market Day. Buy all the things at Market Day. It's a Stitch Ditch! Sorry if I'm screaming, but I'm so excited and there's a lot of cars here. We're gonna go see if we can go in early, because it's a little early. Woohoo! Here we go. Possible market starts. It's a possible. I'm gonna get some flosses. Here we go. Going in. Jane, you're a genius. This is gorgeous. Okay, I think this might get started. Let's go look for some fabric. Yay! Beautiful fabric for the chart. Yay! I'm in the line. It's getting fun around here. There's the husband. He's standing in the middle. Wave. So much fun. Surge and a piece. So gorgeous. It's kind of gold. On a total.
260.
I don't know. What her market start is.
All the starts.
All the starts. Start all the things.
I actually am planning on starting In Command by Teresa Kogut.
Oh, it's breathtaking. Heaven and Nature is on my list
yes,
too.
that's one
beautiful.
too.
And Kim said she likes some Kathy Barracks. And what was it you said about Plum Street?
Rue Crew. Love
Yes,
Rue Crew.
Sweetheart Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Sweetheart Hill. What was the other one I said? I can't remember.
Visit from Spot. You said Visit from
Yes,
Spot.
Visit from Spot, yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, there were so many. I mean, just seeing all the models was just absolutely incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. That is one big old bag of floss and fabric and charts, and I can't wait to share with you what I got. Woo, that was fun. Okay, so I just got checked out. It was a little hot in there, a little stuffy, so I'm a little sweaty. That was awesome. I came out less than last year with my total. Yeah, not by much. And I'm excited to show you here in a little bit what all I got. I'm really excited. I got some clips. Hopefully my hand was not too much over the speaker for you to be able to hear what I was saying. Anywho, see you soon. Bye. Thoughts on Market Day?
Very busy. Lots of people.
Lots of cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
Very nice people.
Very nice people. The people are very, very nice.
And you were the protector of the what?
Purse.
And? Already picked stuff? And?
Oh yeah. I just carried everything.
Toilet paper.
Oh yeah, I did guard the bathroom because it was the one spot you could stand and not be in everybody's way.
TP Apocalypse.
Yep.
Okay. Say bye.
Bye.
Hello, Flosstube friends. It is the afternoon. I am sitting in my craft room, and this is the pile of goodies. I've kind of sorted them out. So in a minute, I'm going to swap the camera angle, see if I can't set you up on my tripod to be able to show you what all I got. That is my one of my floss box storage while we're in here. I figured I'd show you that because that's new since the last storage tour. The top 3 rows, I'm going the wrong way. Top 3 rows are color and cotton by color, because since I pull those by color, I did those by color. These are my growing collection of classic colorworks. They're by alphabetical. And I have a lot of things in projects right now, so they're not in. Then if you turn this way just a little bit, oh, there's my tripod. That is all DMC. I've got some bobbinated, some on skeins. And then if you move a little bit further, let's move over there. Let's pause for a second and we're gonna get over there. This is my drawer for my gentle arts. Now, here's the deal. This looks very empty, but it's deceptive because I have a lot in projects right now. And these are by alphabetical. And more than likely what's gonna end up happening is, as those classic colorworks over there grow, some swapping may have to happen. I don't know. And then lastly, I'm gonna swap you around one more time. This is my floss binder. So, hold tight. Shown y'all this. But this is my Bags Plus, and I've got a bag glare. Let's turn it this way. This is my Bags Plus floss binder that I purchased, or Floss Buddy binder. I purchased back in November through the Michelle Bendy Stitchies live sale. And this holds 48 times 6. I don't know that off the top of my head. But basically 2 of these will hold an entire collection of DMC. I didn't know what I was going to do with it at first. I thought I was going to have it house different projects in here. I tried that. I didn't like it. So this has some Tula fabric with the squirrels. So what I did is I had already bobbinated over time some of my fancy flosses. So what I have done is, these are my Victorian mottos. I've bobbinated, color and cottons, not many. These are some classic colorworks. There's a Gentle Arts. That doesn't belong on this page unless I wrote that wrong. I think I wrote that wrong. That's classic colorworks are on this page. I don't know what I'm going to do with the backs of the pages yet. Nothing as of yet. This is I got these from a wonderful viewer who sent these to me. These 5 up here are Jodrey, I think is how you say it, designs. This is a Barbara Al creation, and these are all dinky dies from an Oops pack, as is, I think, this one down here. Nope, this is a leftover Mrs. Sadas popcorn, and this is hand dyed by Rolanda. Then you go to this one, and this is the little bit of Gentle Arts that I have bobbinated. Then we go into weeks. This is all the weeks I have so far bobbinated, and I bobbinate all of my weeks because it is one continuous piece, and I just like how they look in here. And I don't have drawer space. I do have drawer space, but I probably won't have drawer space because I'm going to start getting nest egg of these as well. So I actually have 3 empty pages. 2 more empty pages. So I will have enough for, I believe, the whole entirety of the week's collection. All right, let's talk about market. Y'all aren't in here to see my floss storage, but I thought, you know what? I'm going to show you anyway. So be right back. Okay, so I was going to try to do this with my tripod. However, I do not have a proper mount. I realized that mount I have works for my iPad, and I don't want to go get my iPad. I'm filming all this on my iPhone. So let me show you what I got today at the Stitch and Itch. If you've watched my regular weekly video, you will know that I am running low on Mountain Mist in my quilting bee. So I went ahead and got another skein of this. Now, my LNS sells the 10-yard skein. So this will be more than enough, and then it'll just go into my stock. So here are the charts I pre-ordered. So I pre-ordered, this is With Thy Needle and Thread. This is Saltbox Quilt Sampler. And this is my favorite because, or this is one of my favorites because I love that the houses look like they have quilt patterns. And I especially love how gigantic that V is down there. I feel like it's finally giving just due to those sad little letters at the end of the alphabet that usually get shoved into a corner or put in last minute thought. I've given you my thoughts on this before, and I know they're just my own, but it's okay. So I'm excited about this one. I have not purchased anything to kit this up yet. So yeah. And it's 198 by 148. So it's a decent size. So I'm excited about that one. And then it's got like the little one, the little charted you can do as a fob. You could pretty much do any of these as a fob or a small pillow. Also by With Thy Needle and Thread, I have two others that are similar to this. The Home for Christmas and the Autumn in Amana. This is Souvenirs of the Heart, Star Spangled Spectacular. And so this one is so cute. I love the patriotic. I love that it goes along with the Salt Box quilt sampler, which makes me think, you know, I don't have much in the way of patriotic stitching, so why not add some more? And I thought this was awesome. Beautiful chart. And this one is 69 by 88. All right, so then I purchased Heartstring Sampleries, A Token for My Friend, and this is Sewn in Friendship. This was the one that is a collaborative project with Plum Street Samplers, and I did actually also get the Plum Street Sampler one, and so I'm going to try to show you. When you can stitch them separately, or you can stitch them on one long piece, and the birds kind of hold one half of that strawberry. So I love that, and so it's a token for my friend, from my heart to your hand. And I will be stitching them as one piece. I have not decided if I will do two separate pieces of linen. I have not decided that yet. Then I went ahead and snagged the Noah's Christmas Ark 7. I have the first 6, and I am stitching these as a series for my mom. This is Llamas and Lovebirds, and I could not resist just how adorable these are. Plus, I had to have them. So, excuse me, and those llamas almost look like they kind of have pomegranates by them. Anyway, grab that one. I pretty much grabbed most of the Plum Streets. This one is Jack's Sweet Shop, also by Plum Street. Shepherd's Pie, and I love it. I love her polka dot dress. I love the quilt block. I love the sheep with the quilt blocks in the fluff. Her crook, her shepherd's crook, it's just awesome. Such an awesome chart. I had considered that being my market start, but I've chosen something else. This one is A Shepherd's Song, and this is a sampler style. May goodness and mercy follow thee. And with my current obsession with sheep, I love that each of these is a different pattern. I love the shepherdess over there. I love these funky trees, the bird on the up here on the border, this fun Dalmatian. I mean, there's just so many things to enjoy about this chart. Paulette is a genius. I love everything she put out this year. This was a last minute addition. I have been thinking about this ever since I saw it kind of sneaked at market. This is Blackbird Designs Oh Joyous Day. You know my love of anything that has the word joy in it. It does have over one Oh Joyous Day in the middle. I love that bird. I'm not a big fan of houses, but I love that it's kind of a pinkish house. These flowers down here are beautiful. The different zigzag borders. I even am okay with the amount of alphabets in it. This kind of like pear-shaped flower. Just so many unique things about it. And I was talked into it at the last minute because they were like, they're going to sell out. And you never know with a Blackbird design. You never know how long they're going to hang around. So I haven't been giving you sizes on any of these. This is actually, I believe, based off of an older sampler. So it says, Our Inspiration. This exquisite English sampler was stitched by Anne Dunn in 1761. Although there is considerable linen loss around the borders, the true beauty of this piece shines through. So that was the inspiration. So thought this was really pretty. No plans to start any of those yet. So then let's see what else I got. I picked up, this is a piece of the new Picture This Plus. This is Tidal. And this is really not doing it super justice. I happened to be folding this while I was waiting on things to be cut. And I happened to notice this was kind of funky, like 9-ish, this longer piece. And I was like, well, just cut that off. I'll buy that because I was contemplating buying it. And Debbie was like, okay. And I said, it'll make it easier to fold. Anyway, this is a 32 count in Tidal. And they did have some of the other new colors. They had that Havisham, which is really pretty in person. The photo's not doing it any justice. And then what else? They had Fawn that I for sure saw. I went ahead and grabbed this. I saw this in their pile. This is Vintage Country Mocha. This is on Linda. This is 27 count Linda. And I had some ideas about how I might do this over one. So we'll see. I haven't stitched on Linda before, but I love me some Vintage Country Mocha. So I went ahead and grabbed that. All right, and then as I was talking about, this I had already shown last night. This is my visit from Spot. I went ahead and grabbed the flosses for this. I decided to not do needlepoint silk. I just chose not to, and they do not have thread gatherer. So let me pull these out and show you what I did. So hold tight. Okay, I am covering this up right here because there's a smaller chart of just Spot in the tree, and I would not want to share that. So as you can see, there's needlepoint silk, there's DMC conversion. I didn't want to do the whole thing in DMC. I did want to have some variegated tones in there. I know needlepoint silk is not super variegated, but I specifically was looking for it. And I know that Weeks Dye Works has a great DMC to Weeks Dye Works conversion. So what I did was I went through and figured out where I could plug in some of those. Now, my LNS does not carry thread gatherer because I was going to use this chimney sweep from thread gatherer. They didn't have it, so I went ahead and pulled. I thought this would be great for Spot. I went ahead and pulled this Gentle Arts Carriage Black to use for the black in the pattern. Berry Red is coming up as a 919, and a close match to that is Terracotta. I actually pulled 919 off of the wheel of DMC and went ahead and pulled that. So we've got Carriage Black, Weeks Dye Works Terracotta. For Moss Green, since it is only using, and I love that she did this, only used for 7 stitches, I just decided to go ahead and use the DMC, the 3011. For the Meadow Green, there wasn't really a good match, and greens are not where I like to see my variegation really in most projects, so I went ahead and just pulled the DMC for that one as well. For Clove, a close match was Weeks Dye Works Adobe, so I went ahead and pulled that color. For the Palomino Gold 3047, I pulled Weeks Dye Works Linen. For the 3046, which is Palomino Gold Dark, I pulled Light Khaki. So you can see those are just slightly different. For 225 Soft Cream, I liked the little pinkish tone in this one. This is Chablis, Weeks Dye Works Chablis. And then for the Sable Brown Light, I pulled Weeks Dye Works Chickpea. So I pulled this one, which is a really pretty tan color. And then I ended up just pulling for the Maple Brown because I like this color. I like 3861. So I went ahead and pulled this one to use right here for Maple Brown. And then for Doe Skin, it was another one that was only used in a few stitches, so I went ahead and got the DMC. So this is kind of what my palette for Spot is going to look like. It will get started possibly in May. I don't know that for a fact, but I wanted to go ahead and grab some of these colors when I could see them in person instead of ordering them online. And I'm really liking this palette. So I'm going to put this away and come back with my other things I kitted. Alrighty, so this was a chart I am super excited about. This is Teresa Kogut. This is her sampler, and I had seen her tease this on her Instagram and had asked if anybody was interested in her charting it. And this is Let Heaven and Nature. There are so many things I love about this chart. I love these like trees down here with the dots. I love that it has a raccoon with like a bird on his back. I love these cherub angels, the running hare, the squirrels. I mean, you know me and squirrels. These unique borders. I mean, there's just so many little pockets of detail on this. It's such a fun stitch. The house is giving me like anxiety, but that's okay. So while I was there, I had already decided I definitely wanted to kit this one. So I made myself a list of the things I needed to pull. So this is a larger stitch. This is 284 by 360, and it calls for kind of some larger quantities of some of these. So if they had it, I bought what I needed of them. So they were out of the Classic Colorworks Joshua Tree, so I will be ordering that. I do not have $8.98, which is crazy considering the sheer amount of DMC I have. I don't have $8.98, so I will be getting that one from probably just Michael's. It does call for $38.64. I have that one on a bobbin. So fawn, I did go ahead and grab the one skein of fawn. I want to show you what these look like because it's gorgeous. This is beautiful. It calls for 3 skeins of bright leaf, and between this and one other project I got things for, I bought all their bright leaf. It was a popular color this year for designing. It called for 2 palomino. It called for 1, try not to get my arm in there, Chris's Bonbon, which is such a pretty color. So as you can see, it's already shaping up to be just gorgeous. Calls for 2 grapevine. I went ahead and grabbed those. It calls for 3 collards, collard greens. And I know my friend Gary has a hard time with that word, collards. And then it, let's see, it calls for, I can't see it anymore. We've run out of room. 4 brick. Most of that being in that house. Okay, maybe not most of it. Probably a good solid skein is just in that house. Brick. Then it calls for a kudzu and a whiskey. So the only thing I'm missing from this is Joshua Tree, but can you, with how beautiful and rich, it has such a really earthy, rich, kind of that opal, like opulence of Christmas time. I love this. I mean, and I love the hem, like my husband says, you built that out at Christmas. Sorry, a spam risk call came through. I guess this is the problem with trying to do this on your phone. As I was saying, my husband tells me, oh, you built that out. And so, needless to say, I knew I needed this chart. I knew I wanted this chart, and I wanted to do this one, the Justice that Teresa had designed, and so I'm excited about this one in general. So I've got one more thing to show you, so hold tight. I'm gonna put this away, pull out the other stuff. So I have finally decided, and you might have saw this earlier in the video, but then my market day start is going to be the Blue Flowers Huckleberry Farm. Again, so many things I enjoy about this piece. I love all the little vignettes. I think it's awesome, and I think Janine is a genius, and when I show you this color palette, you're going to die as much as I did. And I'm very excited because last year's market start was also a blue flower. I did spring acorns for my market start. So the first thing I did is I saw this beautiful piece of Lugana. This is 32 count Lugana. This is in the color Merlot, and this is from a new dyer to market this year, which is Fibers on a Whim, and I just think it's gorgeous. This actually calls for slate, which is more of a gray. For some reason, this shows more purple in the picture, and when I saw this and saw how beautifully it went with the flosses, I just knew I had to have it. So I'm just going to do a real quick. It does call for about half. Here, I'll show you the back of the chart so you can see. It calls for about half DMC-ish and then half fancy flosses, which I think is really nice. So let's look at our floss here. We've got DMC 8, 169. I had these in order, and then they all got jumbled. 169, 469, 535, 841. Excuse me, 3046, 3740, 3823, which I think one of these must be in the house, I think, because that little pretty yellow house. And then 3865 is your lightest tone. And then it calls for, let me show you. So I love this. Weeks Dye Works Skinny Dip, Weeks Dye Works Broom Tree, Bright Leaf. Here was my 4th and final skein of Bright Leaf. That was a popular one this year. Chestnut, excuse me, Rum Raisin, which I have in that Noah's Ark piece. Twilight, which is beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous blue. I'm trying to get a good view of it. Gorgeous blue. Taffeta, Williamsburg, which again, this one's beautiful too. Let me see if I can get it to show real nicely. Oh, so pretty. Taffeta is a really pretty deep, like aubergine. Love it. Okay. Lichen, which I somehow made it out of the store without lichen. I instead accidentally pulled linen, which I don't need. So, that's okay. Teal Frost, I'll get that one ordered. I'm going to use my code, I think, from Teresa at Threads and oh my gosh, Trish at Threads Entwined. Teal Frost, Bee's Knees, Black Coffee, and, oh, sorry, Gentle Arts Country Redwood, they were out of, but it's comparable to 37.77 on her chart is what she looked at. And so I pulled 37.77, and this week's Red Rocks looked really pretty close to 37.77. And then they were out of Classic Colorworks Black Coffee, which I need for another project as well, which she puts as 310, but I liked this. This is Classic Colorworks Blackbird. It almost reminds me a little bit of a darker, deeper 3371. So I pulled that. So look at that. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. So let's get the chart in there so you can see. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So pretty. So this is going to be my market start. I am going to get a few stitches in today. And being showing you more stuff as it comes in hopefully this next week from Mystic Fabrics. And that will be the end of market for this year. Womp womp. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day. Thank you for coming along on this fun little excursion with me and my husband. It was super fun to show you my stitch niche, as you could have maybe seen if you are familiar with Coffee Stitcher. Garrett was there today. He had on a fabulous pair of gloves and he was chatting up with lots of people. It was so much fun. And to those of you that watch, Nancy, it was so good to see you. I hope to see some of you soon. Let me turn you around so I can talk to you for real. So anyway, what I was saying is, thanks to those of you that were so sweet and kind at the Stitch Niche. I love Kim and Maria and Debbie and Steve. Y'all had a fantastically organized system today. It was super fun. I loved getting to see all the stitchers excited to kind of help each other out with picking fabrics, and the line at the checkout and the line at the cutting counter. We were just chatting. It was great, and it was such a fun day today, and I am happy that I made my trek out there, that y'all came along with me, that my husband came with me. He got some candy. He made sure he got some candy. And in case you were wondering, he was pretty close. I'm not going to say what my actual total was, but he was pretty spot on. It was maybe a little bit over. It was maybe a little bit under. But yeah, I'm very excited about what I got today. I did add in a few things after the fact, and all those flosses are going to get used and loved, and I'll go into my stash for other projects if they don't need all of them for the project. So, I mean, overall, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, to those of you I saw today who maybe decided to come and check out my channel, you're awesome. I hope you have a great week. I will check in with you soon.